guys, it's me Annalie again. So for today's video, I will showing you an example of Pecha Kucha presentation about mental health, our group activity. So let's start.
Mental health. What is mental health? Mental health refers to cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well being. It is all about how people think, feel, and behave. People sometimes use the mental health to mean the absence of mental disorder. Mental health can affect daily living, relationships, and physical health. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how we think, feel, and act as we cope with life. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood, adolescence, through adulthood and aging. We all have times when we feel down or stressed or frightened. Most of the time, those feelings pass, but sometimes they develop into a more serious problem, and that could happen to any one of us. Everyone is different. You may bounce back from a setback, while someone else may feel weighed down by it for a long time. Your mental health doesn't always stay the same. It can change as circumstances change and as you move through different stages of your life. Mental health disorders occur in a variety of forms, and symptoms can overlap, making disorders hard to diagnose. However, there are some common disorders that affect people of all ages.
Depression. It is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. It affects how you feel, think, and behave. Main causes of depression includes noise pollution, making choices, unstable family relationships, and lack of sleep. Anxiety disorder. If you have this, you may respond to certain things and situations with fear and dread. There are also physical signs of anxiety, like pounding heart and sweating. Causes may be genetics, brain chemistry, environmental stress, drug withdrawal or misuse, and medical condition. Obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a disorder in which people have recurring unwanted thoughts and obsession that make them feel driven to do something repetitively. Causes OCD is due to genetic and hereditary factors, chemical, structural, and functional abnormalities in the brain.
Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition that causes extreme mood swings that includes emotional highs like mania and lows like depression. Bipolar disorder is more common in people who have first degree relative such as sibling or parent with the condition. Post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD is triggered by a terrifying event. Symptoms may include flashbacks, nightmares, and severe anxiety as well as uncontrollable thoughts about the event. Most common events that causes PTSD includes combat exposure, childhood physical abuse, and sexual violence. Personality disorder is in which you have a rigid and unhealthy pattern of thinking, functioning, and behaving. It can cause trouble perceiving and relating to situations and people. Causes may be a mixture of genetic factors such as a family history of disorders and upbringing or dysfunctional home life in early childhood and adolescence.
Schizophrenia is a chronic brain disorder. Its symptoms can include delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, trouble with thinking, and lack of motivation. Causes is it can run in family as a genetic factor and certain biochemical substance in the brain. Eating disorder are behavioral conditions that have severe and persistent disturbance in eating behaviors and associated distressing thoughts and emotions. Causes are they may have low self-esteem, impulsive behavior, and troubled relationships. Substance use disorder is a disease that affects a person's brain and behavior and leads to an inability to control the use of a legal or illegal drug or medication. Causes are a person's genes, the action of the drug, peer pressure, emotional distress, anxiety, depression, and environmental stress can all be the factor. Substance abuse disorder refer to the abuse of illegal substances such as marijuana, cocaine, alcohol, nicotine, or prescription medicines. Cause factors such as peer pressure, physical and sexual abuse, early exposure to drugs, stress, and parental guidance can greatly affect a person's likelihood of drug use and addiction. The effects of mental illness is a leading cause of disability. Untreated mental illness can cause severe emotional, behavioral, and physical health problems. Complications sometimes linked to mental illness include unhappiness and decreased enjoyment of life. Another effect of mental illness is in the long term, mental health disorder can drive a person to commit suicide. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, over 90% of suicides have depression or another mental disorder as factors. There are many ways how you can help a friend, relatives, or anyone who has a mental health problem, like talking about mental health, talking to someone when you know they are going through a hard time. Listen carefully to what they tell you and keep questions open-ended.
There is no known way to prevent personality disorders, but many of the related problems might be lessened with treatment. Seeking help as soon as symptoms appear can help decrease the disruption to the person's life, family, and friendship. But there are plenty of things you can do to make sure you keep yourself mentally healthy. Get plenty of sleep, eat well, avoid alcohol, smoking, and drugs. Get plenty of sunlight, manage stress, activity, and exercise. Do something you enjoy. Connect with the others and be sociable.
Your mental health is just as important as your physical health, so don't stress yourself. Just enjoy your beautiful, blessed life. Don't waste it to the wrong person. Char, and stay healthy. God bless. Thank you for listening.